The air is hushed, tender with twilight. You find yourself drifting slowly along a pale, winding path that seems to soften beneath your every step. The ground is velvety, cool, and forgiving, as though woven from threads of dusk and dream. Each step sinks just slightly into the earth, like walking on memory. Around you, a forest unfurls, not dense, not shadowed, but wide and open, like a thought barely formed. The trees are tall and silvery, their trunks smooth and glistening faintly with dew. Their leaves shimmer like silk in the gentle breeze, fluttering softly, almost sighing, as if breathing with you. Inhale and the air feels slow, cool, filled with the scent of moss and a sweetness you cannot name. Exhale and a quiet warmth unfurls within you. Tiny lights hover lazily in the air, not fireflies exactly, but something softer, like stars that have drifted down for a rest. They bob gently beside you, unhurried, as if they too are just exploring. Their glow is barely there, just enough to light your way with a tender golden hue that doesn't disturb the darkness, but rather folds into it like candlelight sinking into silk. You walk slowly, your limbs light and loose, your breath matching the hush of the forest. There is no need to be anywhere but here. Time feels like a whisper, thin and stretched, pooling around you in waves. The forest seems to listen to your quiet presence, as though it remembers you, or perhaps has always been waiting for you. As you continue, you come upon a stream that glides quietly across the path, its waters smooth and clear like polished glass. You kneel and dip your fingers into it, feeling the cool, fluid silk of it washing over your skin. It's neither cold nor warm, simply present, like touch without pressure, like the memory of rain. You let it pass over you, and it feels like it's gently brushing the edges of your thoughts, slowing them, softening them, unwinding them like threads of cloud. Beside the stream, a pale stone rests, flat and wide, smooth with age. You ease yourself onto it, the stone just warm enough to welcome you. Your body settles naturally, comfortably, like it remembers how to rest. You feel your shoulders fall, your breath deepen, your eyes soften in their gaze. There's nothing to hold, nothing to do. The world is doing the dreaming now. The trees sway with the breeze, and the sound of leaves brushing against one another is like a lullaby spoken in a forgotten tongue, one you still understand somewhere in your bones. Overhead, the sky peeks through the canopy, a velvet canvas dusted with stars beginning to blink awake. They are gentle stars, not distant, but tender, quiet companions to the evening. You lie back, slowly, feeling the soft moss cradle your head like a pillow spun from the breath of clouds. The scent of earth and rain-drenched bark fills your senses. It isn't heavy, only grounding, a reminder that the world holds you as gently as it holds the leaves, the water, the stars. As your gaze lingers upward, a shimmer appears between the trees, not a light exactly, but a suggestion. A glowing mist that curls like smoke made of moonlight. It drifts across the sky, changing shape with no intention, no urgency. Watching it, your mind grows quieter still, thoughts dissolving like sugar in warm water. And just then, a soft sound brushes your ears, the delicate call of a distant bird, low and melodious like a song sung to no one in particular. It calls once, then again, slower, softer, until even that sound becomes part of the silence. Your breath moves like the wind through the trees, slow, gentle, effortless. The forest, the mist, the stars, they are not separate from you. You are part of them. A stillness in the stillness, a dream within the dream. And the path continues, somewhere just beyond the next sigh of breeze, waiting for you whenever you're ready to follow it. Just rest for now. Let the quiet hold you. Let the night unfold its story in silence. Let yourself drift. The soft earth beneath you seems to deepen its embrace, as if the forest itself wishes to cradle you in a quiet, timeless moment. The stars above glisten a little brighter now, their glow delicate and reassuring, like ancient whispers of peace. The world around you is full of sounds that don't demand attention, only offer it. The distant hum of the river, the soft rustling of the leaves, the breath of the wind weaving through the trees. The mist, which had been floating so gently through the sky, now lingers closer, winding around the trunks of the trees, curling beneath their leaves like tendrils of soft smoke. It moves like a secret, weaving its way through the stillness, bringing with it a sense of something ancient, something knowing, though there is no need to understand it. The mist is not in a hurry. It moves as slowly as a thought, as though it has all the time in the world to explore every corner of the forest. You watch it, fascinated by its quiet dance. It wraps itself softly around the base of the trees, touches the water's edge, then rises again, dissipating into the air above. It does not seek to hide anything, but rather to soften the space around you, to fill the air with a gentle quiet that feels like the very breath of the earth. And there, ahead, you see it, a small clearing, bathed in the softest light. It feels like a place forgotten by time, where the world, just for a moment, lets go of all the demands and just rests. The light here is not the sharp, bright light of day, but the kind that seems to spill from the very heart of the night, soft and glowing, like the light of the moon on a quiet lake. You stand and make your way toward the clearing, your feet light and sure. The ground beneath you feels tender, as though each step is received with quiet gratitude. When you step into the clearing, the mist swirls and dances around you, like an old friend greeting you in silence. In the center of the clearing, a pool lies still and glassy. The water is so clear that you can see the soft, silvery shimmer of the stones beneath, smooth and rounded by time. The pool is deep but not dark. The water seems to hold light in its depths, like a calm reflection of the sky above. The stars are mirrored here, gentle and undisturbed. The surface of the water is perfectly still, holding the world above in soft, delicate symmetry. You kneel beside the pool, feeling the cool air against your skin. A light breeze stirs the mist once more, sending a ripple across the water. It's not a disturbance, only a soft reminder that all things move in their own time, in their own rhythm. The ripples fade almost as soon as they appear, and the water returns to its stillness. There is a quiet invitation in this place, an invitation to simply be, to feel yourself, not as a part of something to be done, but as a part of everything. The water reflects you, but it doesn't ask you to change. It simply shows you, softly, the light that lies within. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing deeply, and the world seems to breathe with you. Every breath is a slow, gentle unfolding. The scent of the earth, the water, the mist fills you, softening the edges of your thoughts, the edges of yourself. You let yourself feel the coolness of the stone beneath your knees, the soft pulse of the earth beneath you, the distant sound of water, of leaves rustling. All of it is a lullaby, each note fading into the next. The world holds you with such quiet care, It is as though you are being gently rocked in a cradle of night. And as you rest there by the pool, with the mist curling around you like a dream, the stars above continue to shine, soft and constant, like 1,000 tiny candles lighting the way. Time here does not pass. It simply is, stretching, slow and infinite, a space for you to rest, to breathe, to be. The world is calm. You are calm. Let yourself drift a little deeper now. The stillness deepens, wrapping around you like the softest of blankets, and the quiet of the world seems to sink even deeper, settling into the ground, the water, the air. It is as though everything has found its perfect rhythm, and so too have you. Each breath flows into the next with a gentle ease, as natural as the rise and fall of the tide, as slow as the sweep of the moon across the sky. The pool before you continues to reflect the stars, each one glowing like a distant thought suspended in time. The mist, now soft and silvery, begins to gather near the water's edge as if it is drawn to the stillness, to the quiet that you share. It folds in on itself, curling in lazy spirals, and you watch, mesmerized, as the mist hovers near the surface of the water, delicate, fluid, like a dream suspended just above the earth. The world feels both vast and intimate, as if you are floating within the very heart of this peaceful night. There is no hurry here, no place you need to be, just this moment, just the quiet unfolding. Slowly you stand, your body light, your movements soft. The moss beneath your feet feels cool and gentle, like the touch of the night air itself. The mist seems to part for you, like a soft invitation, guiding you further into the quiet world. Ahead, the path begins to reveal itself again, winding through the trees in delicate curves. The moonlight spills across the ground, casting long, peaceful shadows, and the air around you feels rich with the promise of more beauty, more stillness, more soft moments. As you walk, the trees on either side seem to lean toward you, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. It is as though they are whispering, though their voices are too soft to hear. Their leaves shimmer in the moonlight, their edges glowing faintly as they move with the rhythm of the night. The sound they make is not like wind through trees, but something even gentler. The sound of dreams unfolding in the quiet, the sound of time moving without urgency. You feel a warmth begin to gather in your chest, a quiet kind of peace that grows with every step, like a soft light being kindled deep inside. It spreads gently outward until it touches the very tips of your fingers, your toes, your heart. Every part of you feels held, as if wrapped in the embrace of the world itself. And then, as you wander deeper, you come upon a small glade. This one is different from the last, though just as gentle. It is bathed in a soft, radiant glow, the kind of light that seems to rise from the earth itself, as though the ground beneath you has become a wellspring of calm. The light is not bright, not overwhelming, but tender, like the glow of a distant star seen through the haze of dawn. In the center of the glade there is a stone circle, its edges rounded and smooth, like the stones of the pool. The stones are not cold, but warm, warmed by the quiet light that surrounds them. The air here is filled with the faintest scent of lavender and earth, and a breeze, soft and almost imperceptible, whispers through the leaves of the trees nearby. You step into the stone circle, feeling the warmth beneath your feet. The stones hum gently, like the resonant sound of a distant bell, and you realize that they are alive with the quiet energy of the earth. This is a place of stillness. Yes, but also of gentle, peaceful power. The kind of power that doesn't demand attention, but simply holds space. It is the kind of power that invites rest, invites peace, invites you to just be. You sit, cross-legged, in the center of the stone circle, letting the warmth of the stones rise up around you. The mist gathers once again, swirling softly at the edges of the glade, but it does not feel heavy. It feels like a protective embrace, a gentle reminder that you are safe, that you are held. As you close your eyes, the soft light around you seems to deepen, and you feel the quiet vibrations of the earth beneath you. Not loud, not jarring, but a subtle hum that travels through your body, settling deep within you. It is the heartbeat of the world, slow and steady, and it matches your own heartbeat perfectly. In this place, there is no rush, no need to move, no need to worry. Only this moment and the soft unfolding of time, like the pages of a book that will never end. The stones, the mist, the trees, they are all part of you now, part of your breath, part of your quiet. And so you rest in the heart of this peaceful glade, with the world holding you in its calm embrace and the stars above watching over you as you drift quietly, gently toward the deep sleep that awaits. The quiet glade holds you like a dream that does not end, one that asks nothing, wants nothing, simply is. Around you, the night deepens, not in darkness, but in stillness, a velvet hush that wraps itself round your limbs, your breath, your thoughts. The stones beneath you radiate a soft, soothing warmth, as if the earth has gathered the memory of countless peaceful nights and is now sharing them with you. You remain there for a time that doesn't need counting, minutes or hours. It all drifts away, weightless and unnoticed, like mist rising from a slow river. You are not lost in time. You are free from it. When at last you open your eyes again, the mist has grown more luminous, glowing with the faintest silver light. It curls inward gently, brushing over your arms, your legs, your cheeks, not with chill, but with the tender touch of air made sacred by silence. The breeze carries with it the scent of distant blossoms, like jasmine and wild clover, and something softer still, the smell of sleep, of dreams half remembered, and peace fully felt. You rise slowly, your body loose, your breath deep. The stone circle watches quietly as you step from its center, the warmth lingering beneath your feet like a memory. And once again, the path gently calls to you, not with urgency, but with a patient invitation. It stretches onward into the trees, through the mist, through the calm. As you walk, the forest begins to open wider. The trees grow farther apart, their trunks glowing faintly in the moonlight, their branches higher, like great arms stretching toward the stars in reverence. The sky overhead unfolds in full, a deep canvas of soft indigo, dotted with stars that seem to drift rather than shine, like glowing seeds floating in the current of space. The path beneath your feet turns from moss to something even softer. A meadow greets you, quiet, endless, gently undulating under a breeze that never rises too high. The grasses are tall, but thin, feather-light and glowing slightly at the tips, not with color, but with presence. Each blade sways in rhythm, like the slow breathing of the land. You step into the meadow, and the grasses part for you with a sigh. You walk through them, feeling their silken caress along your hands, your ankles, your calves. There is something almost weightless in this place, as if gravity itself has loosened its hold, not to let go, but simply to let you float. Far ahead, a low hill rises, its curve gentle and even, like the back of a sleeping creature curled beneath the stars. Drawn without effort, you walk toward it, your feet making no sound in the grass, your body following the pull of peace like a leaf follows the wind. At the top of the hill, you pause, and the view opens around you like a breath let out after a long, soft silence. Below, the meadow stretches into a vast lake, not of water, but of clouds. They float just above the earth, silver and pale, as though the skies come down to rest for a while. The moonlight dances on their backs, and here and there glints of starlight shimmer between their folds. It looks like a sea of dreams, drifting, quiet, eternal. You sit down upon the hilltop, folding into the grass. The ground is cool beneath you, and the breeze brushes your face with the gentlest touch. You feel the vastness of this moment, not overwhelming, but deeply comforting, like resting in the palm of something far greater than yourself, something that means only to soothe. In the distance, soft sounds rise, not music, not words, but the breath of the world made audible. A gentle hush, like wind moving through glass bells, the sigh of stars as they fall deeper into night, the quiet song of dreams unfolding, one petal at a time. You close your eyes again and feel the entire hill breathe with you. Inhale, the scent of sky and grass and distant rain. Exhale, every edge of thought melting away, soft and slow. The cloud lake below drifts onward, its surface never still, yet always calm. A reminder that movement does not mean hurry, that change can be gentle, that rest can be deep and boundless. And in this moment, on this hill, in this breeze, under this sky, you are not separate from the stillness. You are the stillness. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do, only this breath and the next. Let it carry you deeper, quieter, further still. The hill cradles you like a long-forgotten lullaby, quiet, unhurried, endlessly gentle. Around you, the breeze moves like silk through the meadow, brushing over the grasses, kissing the tips of your fingers, your face, your hair. It hums with softness like a song that never begins and never ends, only floats endlessly. You lie back against the earth, the gentle slope supporting your every contour, your body welcomed as if it belongs to this place, because it does. The grasses rise and fall with the wind like the slow rhythm of sleep, and you feel yourself swaying too, even while still, a stillness so deep it hums through your bones. Above, the stars continue their quiet drifting, no longer fixed, but wandering. Soft points of light gliding across the night like lanterns let loose in a great sky sea. They leave behind faint trails that vanish into the dark, like the memory of dreams just waking. Their presence calms the edges of your mind, not by pushing thoughts away, but by making them lighter, like leaves resting on water. You let your eyes close again, and the darkness behind them is not empty. It is full of warmth, of motionless color, of soft shapes that come and go like gentle ripples. Each breath seems to carry you deeper into this internal sky, a place where even your thoughts have learned to whisper. Then, slowly, the air shifts, not colder, not warmer, just different. A subtle turning. The breeze carries a new scent now, something ancient and clean, like cool stone kissed by falling mist. You open your eyes again, not startled, only curious, only open. And there, across the lake of drifting cloud, something begins to rise, faint and shimmering like a mirage made from memory. An outline, a silhouette, not of a building, not quite, something older than architecture. A shape worn into the sky, like it was always meant to be there. Soft arches, floating steps, columns that seem carved from moonlight and breath. an ancient sanctuary suspended upon the slow-moving clouds. It is not far, just close enough to see, just far enough to dream toward. You rise once more. No effort, no weight. The meadow parts with ease, and the path now is one of light, a subtle trail laid down upon the clouds. You step gently onto it, and the surface welcomes you with quiet firmness. It does not sink. It does not shift. It simply holds. Each step forward feels like moving through a still thought. The clouds beneath your feet curl softly around your ankles, trailing like silk, never clinging, never cold. With every breath, the sanctuary draws nearer, though it never grows large, never looms. It remains small in your vision, sacred in its scale, like something made only for peace. As you approach, the clouds part into a wide, floating courtyard. Pale stones hover gently above the vapor, arranged in circles and spirals. Each one glows faintly beneath your feet, pulsing with your steps, as though recognizing your arrival not as intrusion, but as reunion. Around the edges of the sanctuary, there are no walls, only open arches framing the endless sky. Soft drapes of translucent fabric hang between the columns, swaying in slow, soundless rhythm. They do not hide the stars. They only soften them, like gauze over candlelight. You step deeper into the center of the space where a low, smooth platform waits. Not an altar, not a seat, just a place to rest, to be. You lower yourself gently onto it, and the stone is warm, as if it remembers the sun, even in the deep of night. The platform rises slightly beneath you, not to lift you above, but to make you feel held. All around the sanctuary breathes, the fabric whispers, the clouds drift slowly by. The stars shimmer through the veils, and you are entirely still. No thoughts press at the edge of your mind, no stories linger. Only breath, only weightlessness, only the soft hum of existence unfolding without question. Above, the sanctuary's ceiling fades into sky. There is no roof, only openness. The stars seem closer here, not distant, but near, as if they have gathered to watch over this gentle place. A quiet wind moves through the arches, playing with the veils, circling you, cooling your skin, then warming it again, like the breath of someone who loves you without condition. You let yourself lie back, your limbs loose, your heart unburdened. The sanctuary does not ask anything of you. It simply surrounds you with presence, with softness, with stillness shaped into form. And as your eyes begin to close once more, you feel as though you are floating inside a lullaby, sung not in words, but in air and cloud and moonlight. You breathe. The sanctuary breathes. The stars above pulse slowly, gently, and you drift again, still, peaceful, held. The quiet has deepened now, like a velvet tide rising gently around you, warm and without edge. Time has lost its shape, melting into the softness of the moment. Here, in the sanctuary adrift among clouds, there is only the hush, the rhythm of your breath, the glow of your presence resting in moonlight. You lie there, the stone beneath you cradling your body with perfect stillness, and you feel it, a sensation of being wrapped not in fabric, but in light itself. It settles over your skin like the slow fall of dusk, comforting and unseen, but felt in every breath, every pause between thoughts. Somewhere beyond the arches, a quiet chime rings, soft and low, as if a breeze brushed past wind-worn metal, a tone barely born before it drifts into silence. It rings again, not from any source you can see, but from the air itself. The sound of a moment being acknowledged. You don't need to follow it. It isn't calling. It's simply there, a thread in the great tapestry of peace woven across the sky. The veil-like curtains around the sanctuary shift again, lifted by a breeze that carries a new scent, one so light you might mistake it for memory. The faint sweetness of something blooming in the unseen distance, something silvery and pale, like petals made of mist. It stirs something in you, not thought, not emotion, but a gentle wonder, a quiet curiosity that doesn't need to be answered. It just is. With that feeling resting in your chest, you rise slowly, body weightless and rested, as though the stone has poured its stillness into your bones. Your feet find the floor, and it greets you like an old friend. The sanctuary seems to notice, not in any loud way, but like a tree might notice the wind brushing its leaves. You begin to walk again, slowly, each step placed with intention, though there is nowhere in particular to go. The sanctuary opens to the sky, and the cloud path unfolds before you, not downward, not upward, but onward, leading into space that stretches like a dream made just for you. The sky has changed slightly now. The stars remain, ever constant, but a gentle shift in color breathes through the air. Hints of soft lavender and pale indigo streak the horizon, not as sunrise, not as twilight, something between, a timeless bloom of sky, and ahead, where the cloud path bends in a gentle curve, you see it. A series of glowing steps, barely visible, climbing through the mist, lit from within. They do not lead upward in any hurried way. They float, gently rising, as if they too are dreaming, lifting in soft spirals through the air. You walk to them, and each step welcomes your foot with a gentle glow, pulsing once, then fading back to stillness. You begin to ascend, not with effort, not with urgency. Each step is lighter than the last, and the air grows quieter still. The world falls away beneath you, not lost, not forgotten, only made more distant by the height of stillness, as if you're climbing through layers of calm. The clouds part around you in slow spirals, revealing glimpses of other sanctuaries, other floating spaces, other soft gardens of silence. They flicker in and out of view, like memories not quite yours, places of peace, resting eternally in the folds of sky. At the top of the spiral, the steps fade into a vast floating platform made of silver stone, smooth, seamless, warm to the touch. It has no edges, only gentle curves, like a lily pad upon a celestial pond. At its center lies a circle of cushions, low and inviting, their surfaces shimmering with soft threads that catch the starlight. You move toward them, the silence around you rich and whole, like the hush that comes just before falling asleep. You sink into one of the cushions, and it molds around you, as if remembering your shape. The air here is so light it feels like silk against your skin, and the stars above shine just a little more clearly, as though you are now close enough to hear them hum. And you do hear it, not with your ears, but within. A low, endless sound, soft as breath, deep as dreaming. A resonance that moves through you without stirring. It settles behind your ribs, around your heart, and flows outward until your whole body hums with it, each part of you vibrating gently with rest. You lie back. The cushion lifts you slightly, like a cloud within a cloud. The sky above holds you, vast and without question. You feel no boundary between you and this place, no beginning, no end, only breath, only presence, only the soft, eternal drift. And as your eyes begin to close once more, you are already floating, not away, not apart, but deeper into the sanctuary of sky. Each breath a step, each silence a door, each star a whisper. Here, you are endless. And here, you can sleep. The silence around you is full now. Not empty, not hollow, but whole. It wraps around your shoulders like the softest shawl, woven from wind and memory, stitched with silver strands of moonlight. There are no edges here, no corners, no lines, just curves and softness like the quiet spaces in a song, the spaces between each breath. Time slows further still. You may not notice it stopping, because there's no need to look for it anymore. Everything simply is, and that is enough. The cushion beneath you lifts gently with each inhale, then settles again, a rhythm that matches your breath so perfectly you no longer feel the difference between your body and the air. Above, the stars no longer twinkle. They glow steadily, softly, like lamps dimmed for the sake of dreaming. Somewhere far below, the sanctuary begins to drift again, not away from you, but with you, floating not through space, but through feeling, through peace. And then, as if guided by a quiet intention, you feel a shift, not a change, but an unfolding. The air begins to shimmer, faintly, not in light, but in texture, as though the atmosphere has become velvet, thick with comfort. Around you, tiny particles of golden light drift down, slower than snow, slower than thought. They do not land on you. They simply pass through, like warm light filtering through lace. You rise, the cushion releasing you like a dream letting go of its last image. The floating platform stretches outward in all directions now, becoming a path once more. But this path is unlike the others. It has no clear direction, no markers, no walls, only softness underfoot and a gentle warmth that guides you forward as naturally as breathing. You walk slowly. Each step is lighter, quieter, as though your feet have forgotten what weight feels like. The golden mist curls around your ankles like sleepy cats, never clinging, always gentle. And then, ahead, something glows faintly through the haze. A garden. Not a garden made of earth and stone, but one of air and glow. A constellation of floating petals, softly illuminated leaves, and branches that drift as if underwater. There is no soil here. Everything floats, suspended in the same hush that surrounds you. You step into the garden, and it welcomes you with soundless rustling. The leaves here do not crunch or snap. They exhale, long, slow sighs of fragrant air, like breath shared between old friends. You wander, unhurried, between glowing blossoms the size of lanterns, each one pulsing gently with a warm hue: rose gold, violet gray, pale celadon, soft blue. They drift around you, rising slightly as you pass, as if acknowledging your presence with a bow. The path narrows, then opens into a wide circular space where a pool rests, not of water, but of something more still. A silvery liquid, as smooth as moonlight, held perfectly in place. You approach it, feeling a cool calm rise from its surface. It smells faintly of lavender, cedar, and quiet rain. You kneel beside it, and in the stillness, the surface begins to shimmer, not with reflection, but with memory. Not thoughts, not stories, but feelings, soft ones, moments of peace, of quiet joy, of being held by silence. They drift across the surface like slow ripples, and you feel each one pass through you without thought, without weight. You reach out, not to touch, but to hover your hand just above. The pool responds, not with sound, but with calm. A gentle pulse of warmth rises through your palm and spreads up your arm, through your chest, down your spine, into your breath. You lie beside the pool, and the blossoms gather slightly above you, casting their soft glow downward like a celestial canopy. The air here is thick with quiet, Not silence, but the absence of need. No past to remember, no future to reach for. Only this, only now, only rest. The petals above sway in their slow dance, and a soft breeze carries the hush of their motion across your skin. You close your eyes once more, your breath slowing, your body loosening like thread unwinding from a spool. Here, in this floating garden of light and stillness, you are neither rising nor falling. You are held in the balance of everything soft, everything sacred, everything still. And as the hush deepens, so do you, drifting further, quieter, lighter. The garden around you breathes in silence. There is no breeze now, only the soft weight of still air, like the hush beneath snowfall, or the moment just before dreams unfold. The blossoms above continue their quiet sway, as if moved by an unseen rhythm deeper than sound, older than time. Your breath settles into that rhythm. Inhale, slow, warm, like drawing in starlight. Exhale, even slower, like letting go of everything heavy, everything known. And as you rest beside the silver pool, something begins to change. Not in sight, not in sound, but in sensation. The air cools slightly, but not cold. The kind of cool that soothes the skin, that eases the thoughts tucked away behind your forehead. It slides down the back of your neck like soft silk, inviting you deeper into comfort, into quiet. Then, from the far side of the garden, a gentle glow appears. A pale, bluish light, like the sheen on still water beneath a full moon. It pulses slowly, beckoning not with urgency, but with patience, like an open door in a dream that's waited lifetimes for your arrival. You rise effortlessly, as if the earth itself is lifting you in soft encouragement. The path toward the light is barely there, a narrow thread of gentle shimmer that drifts above the floating garden floor. Your feet find it naturally, as if they've walked it before, in another sleep, another hush. Around you, the petals part with grace, drifting aside in weightless spirals. As you move, the blossoms gradually fade into the mist behind you, and the blue light draws closer, fuller, deeper. It leads you through a curtain of hanging silver fronds, cool to the touch, each one sliding past your shoulders like whispered lullabies. And then, suddenly, you step into a new space, a circular chamber suspended in air, open to the skies above and below. At its center floats a still, glowing lake, not of water, not of light, but something in between. Its surface ripples softly as if responding to dreams just beneath it. Around the lake are smooth stones that drift inches above the ground, forming soft places to sit or to lie down, or simply to be. You walk to the edge, and the air here is the purest stillness. It hums with a presence that can't be named, something gentle, quiet, vast. It is not watching you. It is with you. You kneel at the edge of the lake, and the surface begins to shift, not showing your reflection, but a soft memory, the way a sigh feels before sleep, the way quiet used to feel as a child, the way moonlight used to spill across your pillow before you knew its name. You reach out, fingertips grazing the edge of the lake, and the surface moves outward in slow, luminous rings. Each ring expands into the air around you, like breath turned to silver. You feel the ripple in your body, a loosening, a letting go. Then one of the stones nearby beckons, not with sound, not with movement, only with presence. You lie upon it, and it holds you aloft, buoyed by invisible currents. The stone is warm beneath your back, and the air is cool above you, creating the perfect cradle of balance. A quiet conversation between warm and cool, between earth and sky. The lake continues to pulse, its glow rising and falling with your breath. Above you, a dome of stars spirals ever so slowly, like a great celestial wheel. They are not far now. You could almost reach out and run your fingers along the threads that connect them. The chamber hums with stillness. You close your eyes again, and now, even time itself begins to rest. Even thought forgets its edges. Even breath becomes something slower, something rounder, something endlessly soft. You are not falling asleep. You are being carried into sleep gently, like a petal on a tide of dreams. There is no need to wonder where you'll go. There is no destination. Only this drifting, only this being. And in the quiet space between the stars, you drift on, still, weightless, held. The quietness deepens into something almost beyond sound. Not silence, but the feeling of being wrapped in it, as though the world itself has exhaled and now waits in perfect stillness, holding its breath with you. You lie on the warm, floating stone, cocooned between the silver glow of the lake and the slow turning sky above. There is no urgency, no question here, only the deep certainty that this moment, this softness, is infinite. Above you, the stars continue their gentle arc, not blinking, not rushing, just glowing, patient, content. They do not light the sky so much as soothe it, each one a warm whisper suspended in blue-black velvet. Their light feels not far away but close, so close it seems to rest on your skin, softening the space between your thoughts. The lake hums quietly beside you, a slow resonance like a lullaby, sung not in words but in light. The ripples have calmed now, returning to a perfect stillness, their faint glow echoing the rhythm of your breath. The air is still and wide, like the pause between waves, or the weightless moment before dreaming begins. Without moving, you feel the space around you open further, not physically, but gently, emotionally, like the inside of your chest is becoming sky. It's not an expansion, it's a remembering of how it feels to be safe, to be welcome, to simply be. And then, from beneath the floating chamber, a faint light begins to rise. It is soft, like milk poured into shadow, barely aglow at first, then gradually forming into a path of light that stretches downward, winding in loose spirals through the sky. You do not need to rise to meet it. You are already drifting, and the chamber seems to know. With a grace too slow to feel, it begins to descend, the entire platform lowering, floating downward along that quiet spiral of light, like a leaf returning to a still pond. As you descend, the light shifts from silver to pearlescent, to the color of first light before dawn. It spills gently around the chamber, touching the lake, your hands, your breath. You feel lighter still, as though gravity itself is slowly letting go. Below you now appears a new space, wide, open, endlessly calm. A meadow, but not one made of grass. No green here. This meadow is woven from soft threads of light and pale mist, shimmering with colors that don't quite have names. Hints of lavender, the quiet of gray, the cool hush of distant blues. The floating chamber comes to rest at the edge of this meadow, just above the ground, and you step off with ease as though walking on memory. Your feet do not sink. They rest lightly on the soft mist which curls around your ankles like warm fog. The air here carries a different stillness, deeper, more grounded. It smells faintly of something sweet, like moonflowers and rain-soaked stone. There is no sound but the hush of presence, of vastness. And beneath your feet, the light moves, not in waves, but in slow spirals, whispering outward like echoes of your steps. You walk slowly, each step a breath, each breath a step. No destination ahead, only more of this. More peace, more unfolding. To your left, a stream of soft light flows along the meadow, not rushing, not even moving quickly, just slowly unfurling across the misty floor, like ribbon unspooling through silence. It glows not with brightness, but with serenity. You sit beside it, and the ground beneath you adjusts. Warmer now, firmer, like polished stone beneath soft velvet. The stream makes no sound, but its glow pulses in time with something quiet inside you, a deeper rhythm. You lie back again, arms resting at your sides, the soft ground cupping your form like the memory of being held. And above you, the sky stretches on forever, pale, soft, unreadable. No stars now, only space, only the color of dreams. You are not waiting for sleep. You are inside it, moving gently through it, becoming it. Your breath is the breeze through the meadow. Your heartbeat is the hush between the ripples. Your body is weightless. Your mind still. And now, there is nothing left to do. Nothing to hold. Nothing to seek. Just this drift. This endless, gentle fall into softness. You are here. You are resting. You are whole. The meadow holds you now, as gently as dusk holds the last note of birdsong. You rest within its folds, mist curling softly along your arms, your legs, your breath. There is no direction here, only sensation, only softness. The air is cool but not cold, wrapping you in a quiet embrace, like the air of a forgotten dream returning just to comfort you. Time has lost even the memory of its name. Minutes stretch like silk across the sky, unmeasured, unbroken. The stream beside you continues its slow, silver flow, winding through the meadow like a thread being sewn through silence. Its light shifts ever so slightly, now pulsing with a pale pink hue, then violet, then the soft gold of candlelight seen through half-closed eyes. Somewhere in the distance, a gentle chime rings out, faint and slow, like the sound of wind passing through crystal. Not a call, not a signal, just a presence. Another note in the long, low music of this place. You sit up slowly, without rush, without weight. The mist responds to your movement, lifting slightly as if in greeting. It parts ahead of you, revealing a narrow path made not of earth, but of starlight, fine and glimmering, like frost under moonlight. The path curves gently, weaving between clusters of low, glowing plants that resemble sea anemones made of light. Their tendrils wave slowly, stirred not by wind, but by the hush itself. You follow the path, and with each step, the ground pulses faintly beneath your feet, sending out waves of light like ripples in a forgotten pond. You walk slowly, your breath as light as your footsteps, each inhale drawing in more stillness, each exhale letting go of what no longer needs to be held. Soon, the path widens into a clearing, circular, open, and deeply quiet. In its center stands something ancient, yet untouched, a floating ring of polished stone, suspended in the air by no visible force. The ring is large enough to walk through, and within its center swirls a soft, radiant fog, white and pale blue, and the color of dreams not yet dreamed. It doesn't beckon, it simply waits, humming with gentle presence. You move toward it, each step dissolving the last behind you. And when you reach the ring, you pause, not to decide. There is no decision here, only readiness, only welcome. You step forward, and the mist within the ring surrounds you like warm breath. It touches your skin without clinging, cool and calming, carrying scents that live only in memory. Fresh rain on stone, soft linens in sunlight, the breath of a forest at midnight. When you emerge on the other side, you find yourself in a new space. Vast, quiet, glowing with soft golden mist. A library, but not one with shelves or walls. This library floats. Scrolls, pages, glowing tablets drift weightlessly in the air around you, each one turning slowly in place, unread, yet full of peace. They hum with knowledge that isn't meant to be studied, but felt. The kind of knowing that comes with stillness, with presence, with trust. You walk among them, and they shift around you like a school of glowing fish, gentle and aware. One drifts near your hand, and as you touch it, it unfolds, not into words, but into sensation. A memory not of something you've lived, but something you've always understood. The feeling of lying beneath trees that never fall, under stars that never burn out, breathing in a world that loves your rest. You release it, and it floats on. You lie down again, this time on a wide, floating cushion of soft golden fabric that finds you without being looked for. It lifts you gently, just above the floor of the library, into the golden air, and there you stay. Eyes closed, breath slow, thoughts soft as silk. The library drifts around you, knowledge moving like clouds, wisdom felt like a lullaby. And you are resting in it all, a part of it. You are not asleep. You are resting open, held, heard, hushed. This is the in-between, the place where sleep deepens, the place where dreams wait quietly, the place where peace is enough, and it will hold you for as long as you need. The golden mist around you shimmers faintly, warm and weightless, as if sunlight had melted into air. The floating cushion beneath you drifts ever so slightly, just enough to lull the edges of thought, to rock the quiet inside you. Above, the scrolls and pages of the library continue their silent orbit. Soft glows, slow turns, no rush, no sound. Their movement is not a dance, but a rhythm. A breath without lungs, a stillness that flows. Each one holds something ancient and kind, but they do not ask to be read. They simply exist, the way mountains exist, the way the hush before sleep exists. You feel no pull toward any of them, because the moment itself is complete. Just this soft golden light, just this calm floating rest. Around you, the walls of the library dissolve gently, not with disappearance, but with expansion. The mist opening wider, lifting away like gauze until it becomes sky again. Pale, amber sky with no sun, only a steady, even glow, like the inside of a dream that doesn't need light to be seen. You drift forward without effort. The cushion beneath you becomes air, and you are floating once more, held not by fabric but by space itself. There is no falling, no rising, just drifting, the way feathers drift, the way slow thoughts drift just before they become sleep. Below you now, a new landscape, smooth, wide, luminous, a lake, but not like any you've known. This lake stretches endlessly in every direction, glass smooth and glowing from within. It does not reflect, it emanates. Its light is the color of candle wax, of cream, of silence. It seems to breathe, gently, as though the water itself is alive with peace. You float down toward it, slower than snow. When your feet finally touch the surface, it holds you, not as water does, but as light does. There is no splash, no sink. You stand upon the lake as if it were a gentle thought, made solid. The surface undulates beneath you, a slow, barely there movement, like the rise and fall of distant music. And you walk, though there is nowhere to go. Each step causes a ripple, and those ripples glow slightly brighter, spreading out in rings of pale gold, vanishing before they ever need to end. Far ahead, a formation emerges, a cluster of small islands, each one softly luminous, each floating just inches above the surface, like petals on a breath. Some are wide and low, covered in what looks like glowing moss. Others rise slightly, crowned with translucent trees that seem to hum with light. You step toward the nearest. It welcomes you without voice, without gesture, only presence. You lie back on the moss, which is warm, like a stone just after sunset. It molds beneath you, cradling every part of your form, supporting you completely. The glow seeps up through your spine, through your shoulders, through your breath. The sky above you fades into a deeper tone now, still gold, but touched with lavender. The way dreams begin to color sleep before they fully arrive. There are no stars, only softness, only suggestion. And you are not alone, though there are no others here. You are surrounded by quietness, by gentleness, by awareness that needs no shape. A presence that holds you, the way the lake holds light. Not touching, not watching, just being with you. You feel your body soften even further, as though it's becoming mist, becoming part of the stillness, part of the lake, part of this endless, luminous calm. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, no part of you that must stay alert. You are safe, you are quiet, you are whole. And now, if sleep wishes to take you deeper, you will follow, not by falling, but by floating, slowly, further, inward. The island beneath you seems to breathe in harmony with your own slow, steady rhythm. A rise, a fall, a pause that lasts forever and not at all. Time folds here, not forward, not backward, just gently inward, like the curling edge of a petal in still air. The moss cradling you has grown even warmer, shaped perfectly to your body. Its glow has dimmed into something subtler, like the warmth that lingers behind closed eyes, the hush that settles in your chest just before you drift away. There is no urgency. The lake around you remains perfectly smooth, stretching out in a luminous hush, as though the world were made of breath. Above, the lavender sky deepens into twilight, a slow turning dome, dusted with the faintest traces of light, not stars, but delicate embers suspended in space. They glimmer softly far apart, like forgotten thoughts returning just to comfort you. Their glow doesn't reach down. It doesn't need to. It stays where it is, quiet, kind. You breathe, and as you do, a faint sound begins to emerge. Not music, not melody, but tone. A deep ambient hum that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere. It has no source. It simply is, like the sound of wind inside a shell, or the memory of rain falling far away. The tone curls through the air, weaving through the trees of nearby islands, sliding across the lake's surface without disturbing it. It carries nothing but presence, no message, no meaning, just calm. You close your eyes, and in the space behind them, something opens. Not a vision, more like a feeling that's been waiting. A doorway that's always been ajar. Through that feeling comes a space, slow and vast, built not of place, but of memory, softened by time. You see hints of it in your mind. Corridors made of light, stairs descending into clouds, vaulted ceilings that seem to echo not with sound, but with silence. It is a memory palace, perhaps, but one not built to be remembered, only to be rested in. Without needing to move, you are there, still, lying down, still breathing. But the space around you is now that vast inner sanctum, its walls humming softly, its floor warm and polished beneath your resting body. The air smells faintly of old wood, soft paper, morning light. You are deep inside now, not within stone or moss or sky, but within yourself. And it is beautiful here, quiet, honoring. You sense great books along the edges of the room, though you cannot read them. They are not for reading. They are for resting near. Their spines glow faintly, their pages unturned, their presence a kind of guardian peace. You feel the support beneath you. It has no name, but it knows yours. Not the one others speak, the one that sounds only in stillness, only in breath, only here. And so you rest, not in sleep, but in something older, something deeper, a slowness that wraps around thought and tucks it in, a hush that breathes with you. Your body is soft, your jaw is loose, your hands are warm, your feet no longer holding weight, your heart light and unburdened. This space will hold you as long as you need, and longer still, if you wish. There is no end, no next, only this breath, this stillness,